This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto, if you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here goes Hunt. 56. Months 56. And I'm coming after you.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good that he's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready. Hey, come on. I don't even know why this
team showed up.
A good pickup of 6 there on first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Shot. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On the delay, here's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ball shot. 55. Mike 55.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Keep 61. Matchbox lights.
Play action. It's Darnold. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Bring it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First carry for James Conner. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike, 55.
They begin the drive with Hines. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch 55. Every heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Watch the car.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. On
second down, it's Conner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
On the double. Right there in the middle. 55. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Watch the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. He completes it to Boyd. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 47-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On 2nd down, Michelle. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Darnold. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Set, ready. Hey, come on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Get him all.
Here's Brissett. Left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check, 55. What up? Check, 55.
Draw play. This is Hines. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to run. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Play fake. Brissett. Dancing to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And so the last three drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
4 down, 4 down. Check, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, check right, check right. Watching your grind. Night, sweetheart. 55's my guy, 55.
On third down, Brissett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On the ground, this is Michelle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off of play action, Darnold escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
56 is the mic.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike.
On play action, Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Brissett now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up third down and 13.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch. Cover. Ball trot. 55, Mike got 55.
This is third and goal. Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Lawson, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, here I come.
Here's Brissett. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Yo, lady. What we got? 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here goes, 56, Mike, 56. And 80. Check safety, check safety.
And it's Michelle once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They complete it to Hill. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Catch is made by Harry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now
touchdown, Packers! Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be taken in at the 1. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Hines. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
I got one. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Brissett from the gun on third. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 55, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Check out. Echo. You go tight.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch it. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Motion. Mike 55, Mike 55. All day, all day. Check 52. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. Buzz, be ready, set up.
Throwing, Brissett looking sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike.
To throw, Brissett. Open man has got it. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, let's get this. 58's the money.
Play action now.
I got you, boy.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well.
Right here.
Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Shoot. Go.
Again, it's Connor. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check Mike.
On 1st down, Connor. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Check. 58, boy.
Out of the gun for Sam. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike's 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down Packers. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, a run with Conner. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 4.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's coming. We got double up. Let's go. Tighten up.
They'll run here with Conner. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, watch that.
Brissett. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z. and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Here's Darnold, flush to his right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold completes it, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Darnold from the red zone now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Lynch, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Darnold now to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Let's go, let's bring it, let's bring it. Like this, lady. Bring it.
Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Connor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A first down throw, Darnold. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Man, Eddie. Mike.
Hey, foxtrot.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Man, Eddie.
Now it's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Tonight.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.